Hello and welcome to my Galactic Civilizations 3 Intrigue version 3.0 walkthrough for Godlike AI. Couple things about this walkthrough. It's not a video. I just took screenshots while I was playing. It's not the most organized thing, but I think it'll give you a good idea of how I've been approaching the Godlike mode, trying to beat it in the new patch. Yeah. So for starters, we're going to go through the civilization builder, and I'm going to show you my map settings. Tried to pick map settings that were challenging but not impossible. It's definitely really easy to make maps that are super easy to win on. It's easy to make maps that are nearly impossible to win on versus Godlike. So I tried to find a happy medium ground and give it some randomness too, so that it felt like you're really exploring an unknown universe. You can see on my traits that I have taken big bonuses to basically all of the social skills, and I've taken negative bonuses to basically all the military skills. For the civilization abilities, we went with survey ship. We went with xenophobic, which gives a huge bonus to research and social construction at the cost of military construction, and we went with knowledgeable. I will say that you can do this without knowledgeable. The reason I have knowledgeable selected is because I had the intention of making a little walkthrough, and I didn't want to try a bunch of games and lose, only wasting the first 20 turns only to discover that the Snathi, the Drengen, and some other malevolent race were all in the same cluster of stars as me. You're going to have a really tough time if that's the case. So you do need some luck with your maps, and having knowledgeable lets me know where everyone starts at. So I can look at the maps when I'm starting and pick one that's decent. I will go through for 10 or 15 minutes at the start of a Godlike game to find a map that looks like it's probable. It looks like there's a possibility of achieving more than maybe 5 or 6 planets. Basically I'm just looking for someone not in my cluster. Anyways, let's move on to the next screen here. We went with excessive, tight, which recommends 32 players, which is way too much. I would say a good starting point is half of that. I prefer a little bit less because in the universe I live in, it doesn't seem like alien races are too close to each other, at least not around here. So I want to start somewhere that's well removed from the rest of the universe. So I selected 10 players for this map. 11 players plus me, 10 players plus me, I'm not sure. Somewhere around there. All victory options except for turn limit, which to me is irrelevant. We're going for an early victory anyways here, so we would be under the turn limit, but I just always keep that off. Here's the rest of my galaxy settings. Abundant stars, random planets, random extreme planets, random habitable planets. No pirate bases. I just hate pirate bases. They don't make any sense to me. Resource frequencies, common, because if there's no resources on the map, you just can't pull off the strategy, but I also don't want to have like a flood of resources. It's going to be a few around. Random asteroids, random nebula, random precursor relic frequency, rare ascension crystals, and random black holes. Our anomaly frequencies on common, just because I really like the anomaly aspect of the game. It adds just a lot of fun. A map with abundant anomalies is too easy. A map with no anomalies is really pretty hard, so I don't put that one on random. Okay, so here's my opponents, all on Godlike, all random. Out of the default races, I have no DLC races or workshop races. No, I do have DLC races, just no workshop races. Anyways, here's Earth. Really a nice Earth. We've got population bonuses, we've got 4 farms, and we've got a really nice research cluster. This is pretty much exactly what we're looking for on Earth. If this was like an ancient runes, or if this was a research bonus like in a Norse spice, that'd be even better, but this is an okay planet. Here you can see our neighbors. This isn't the full map, obviously. This is just the area around us. So we've got a decent little star cluster to work with here. We're gonna rush a shipyard. Then I'm gonna build my computer core on the best tile that I can. And then we'll rush a colony ship, make a custom colony ship. It's kind of just how you like it. We're gonna put our social construction leader into research, and we are gonna drop our tax rate down to 0% because we like high morale. We're trying to kind of min-max here, so we want our morale to be cranked so we get all the morale bonuses all game long. We've finished our hospital, or sorry, our computer core, data center, whatever that one is. And we're going to do aquatic biospheres. Roleplay time. My race is the salmons, so we're aquatic, obviously, since we're fish. And also the aquatic race just is really good. I like their research buildings, and they get lots of terraforming tiles. Gonna go ahead and rush our second colony ship as well. And our first researches are going to be artificial gravity and interstellar travel, followed up with a rush to planetology. Here you can see we're expanding, and we have found a precursor world. Hooray! That is awesome to have one that close to Earth, where it's going to get developed nice and early and really help power us through this game. We're going to go, normally I would go benevolent to start with, but I didn't want to have the production affected. I would rather have my growth affected, so pragmatic it is. Here's our planet. 2 food, that's awesome. It's not the best precursor world by any means, but it's better than nothing. And here we go pragmatic again, because the 5 planetary production is just a little bit too good to pass up on for me. Really like that. My music stopped for a minute, I don't know why. Again, normally I want benevolence so I can get that colony ship, but I just don't think it's in the works with these picks. I don't care about sensor power at all. And with our first planet, we're going to go ahead and pick up colonial government, get this as soon as possible, so you can switch your government sooner than later. Since we picked pragmatic, we're just going to go ahead and get our constructors going right now. This is always one of my early picks. Next, we're going to go down the negotiator tree line for pragmatic, and we're going to hold this pick until the last minute. After that, we're going to go for Xeno experimentation so we can start to build our learning centers on Earth. Always turn off auto upgrade improvements because it will bite you when you least expect it. Alright, here's P1, getting started off with a deep core mine and a space elevator. Then it looks like we're going to upgrade a farm to keep our food going once those are built. Now here's Earth. Here's why I terraformed that early tile, so I could place my city here and get the +4 bonus, and it also gave a little bonus to the starport from the +1 adjacency here. Going to take an administrator and go down the universal translator line into interstellar governance next. We want diplomatic reasoning because we're min-maxing here and trying to abuse alliances and form alliances as quickly as possible when we move new races. You can see our expansion going here. You can see how we kind of take one ship up each line of planets, try to cover it all efficiently. And here we got another double food world with an Anor spice. I definitely know this Anor spice is important, so I'm not going to continue my exploration with this ship. I'm just going to take the planet. I am slightly worried that the Kryn might send a colony ship over here and snatch up anything that I leave behind to colonize later. So I'm just going to try to scoop up stuff as I can, unless it's not very good. Here we take the diplomacy bonus, for sure, because we're not soldiering, hopefully. If we're getting invaded, things have gone wrong. And we put in a Galactic mainframe here, just as a placeholder on this +2 research bonus to just boost this planet's raw research production for the time being. Obviously, we're far from having this planet built out. Here we take the benevolent pick, I believe, so we can pick up the research, or the colony ship, which we still haven't got yet. Now we're going to put in a deep core mine on our new planet to get things kicked off, followed by a space elevator down here on this somewhat irrelevant tile, because it get deleted in the end anyways. And we are researching supportive population next after we did our diplomatic specialization. Our first mining base was kind of close to being really good, but not, and I take the promethium and the Illyrium opposed to the tholium because there are more tholium deposits around me, and this Illyrium could be very rare. And here we build our learning centers surrounding our, I can't remember what this one is, computer core, sure. Here goes our first city on P1. Now we're going to move down to Populist Party for the morale bonus to keep those morales at 100%. I spotted an artifact, so I'm going to send my survey ship back for it, plus these two constructors are enough to explore more into this further back area of our cluster. I think it's pretty obvious that we take the research pick here. And then we're going to take hyperdrive specialization just to pick up an extra move. Actually, I don't think I did that. I think that was a bad screenshot, maybe. I think we more likely went to research treaty instead. Oh, I remember what I did here. Okay, so I was looking for the tech that would give me the biggest bonus because this is an artifact, and sometimes when you grab artifacts you can instantly research a tech. So I ended up selecting Space Laboratories, which was 4 turns, grabbing the artifact, and then changing back into Technologist Party. Build a central bank on P1 in place of that Galactic mainframe, just because now that the city's there, this is going to be a +3 to wealth, and it just seems like a good place for it. Here goes another city on row Marcia 1. When we meet the new race, what we're going to do, we're going to continue to assure them of our friendship. Then we are going to get an open borders policy going, and we are going to pay them a tribute. We want to skyrocket how much they like us, get it to here, and get that alliance formed. Here we take the benevolent pick, and here you can see we're just looking around the edge of our area for more good anomalies. And we're going to put a diplomat on the Snathy who we've now met because they don't like us, and the Snathy sometimes like to declare war really easy, and you can see I don't have enough ideology points yet to use the no war tech or the no war ideology bonus and hold these guys off yet, so had to put my diplomat on them. Had I got more planets, I would potentially be thinking that what am I trying to say here? That I'd have more picks and I'd already have that trait ready to go for no war, and then I could like just kind of not worry about them being furious with us. But right now I just want them to be as happy as they can, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to give them a tribute, and I'm probably going to give them some trading gifts here soon. Not sure what this is. I think I'm just showing you that we're up to 126 research on Earth now. Gonna take the research bonus again and build some more star bases to acquire tholium, promethium. We need lots of promethium this game. Oh, look at this, another precursor planet. I wish it was a precursor research planet, but this is a really nice planet. It's got 2 food, +1 raw production, class 16. I'm into it. Gonna keep sending some colony ships into the deep. I'm also going to move this survey ship back up here to defend this planet, because if the Snappy try to take it, I'm going to blow up their colony ship. I need that planet. Right now we do not have enough planets, and honestly the outlook is a little grim at this point. Here's our shipyard, making constructors now, because we've pretty much got enough colony ships. We easily win our first election as well, and we form a non-aggression pact. Here's a look at Earth on turn 30. It's finally kind of built out. We've got a growth bonus here, the birthing pods. We've got our city giving +4, and that boosts us up to 16. And then later on I can take this starport out and put another city in here, or put in some sort of population bonus here. I don't recall exactly what I did yet. Took the pragmatic bonus just because I need those pragmatic ideology points real bad. And here I'm giving the Snappy a gift just so they don't declare war on me instantly. I can kind of hold him off, and he's getting my second diplomat as well. Now we're going to take our interstellar democracy, because we need to get our technocracy government in place, even though we don't have a lot of planets this time. We want the bonus from the research, and we want the ship. I guess I'm building a city here. I'm showing you guys some planets. Here's P1 on turn 36, producing 74 research. Decided this one's not really the best research planet, so I didn't put any other research improvements on it. Now we're making some trades because we only have 17 credits and we need some money. I like to give away research and morale. That's the best ones to give away because you're already ahead of the AI in those categories, and you'll be staying ahead of them. Okay, we got our democracy now. We're going to move down to research trade 8 and get alliances going. I'm going to do the same stuff with this line, open borders, give them a treaty. Okay, so it's turn 39 and we're picking up our technocracy. I don't like that word. Because we want this science star, and obviously plus 30% research is a good bonus. Now taking another diplomat, we'll be up to 3 diplomats at this point. Sorry, that beat was not driving with me. Next, we're going to take easy to please, +4 morale. We don't want our colonies to have big morale clusters on them. We want to just do it all through the text. P1 on 42 looks basically the same as it did before. Here we have our first alliance, and we're going to pick up a few texts in the process with the research treaty. Here we're buying just some bitcoins, whatever they're called. I call them bitcoins. They're probably billion credits, basically the same thing. And we're ready to colonize Linus Prime 2. Alright, I believe it's time to use my neutral tech. I don't think the Snappy are gonna like me very much longer. We're at about turn 44. That's gonna get us to 94 with no wars. So hopefully that will be enough. You wanna push this as late as you can. If you can use this tech on turn 50, turn 60, turn 70, you're gonna be pretty much guaranteed to win. But turn 44 is a little on the early side, but they are the Snappy after all, right? And they are fairly close. Now we can move our diplomats off of the Snappy since they can't declare war on us, and we can start trying to build our research or our alliances with our diplomats. Earth on turn 47, starting to look pretty good. We're not quite maxed out on population yet. giving away some approval techs for money and random techs, because I'm trying to get to the next age, and you have to have a certain number of technologies acquired before you hit the next age. So when I have a good opportunity, I will pick up some random things. Casino economics is helpful. The logistics I don't really need unless things are going wrong, but they're nice to have. Same thing here, we're going to do a research treaty and non-aggression pact for some extra tiles on our planets. We'll take the big approval bonus here at the cost of some money. We're still at 0% tax rates, by the way. Now we're going to take a scientist. We need a minimum of 3 scientists to make this strategy work, as well as 1 worker. 4 or 5 scientists will increase the earliness of your win, because you can research some of the other techs instantly, but you really only need 3 to pull it off. Take our innovation complex next, because it's in the turn 50s now, and we really want our research to start ramping up and just cranking out big points, so we need the buildings that give us the big bonuses. Picked up high output mining there, help with the Promethean costs. I'm going to do a military check here. Failed, by the way. We lost a bunch of approval, I think, on that. Open borders. Okay, here's an interesting trade. We're getting a lot of money, some Promethean, giving away random stuff that they're not going to catch up on. Here we're trying to just help increase how much the slime like us. Now I'm getting low on food, so I'm going to take agricultural adaptation, pausing neurolinking, because I need to get those farmers going so I can keep building my cities out, making my planets nice and tall. Going to go all the way down to intensive farming there. Here's P1. You see I have an approval thing here that I'd rather have be research, so that's why I'm trying to keep our approval up. That'll get deleted out soon. We win our second election with no sweat. I'm going to go back into neurolinking here. Getting more Promethean, more money, help fund things, keep us fueled. Here I'm going to give them a gift because I want them to like us. I need you to like us. Please take Casino Entertainment. More trading. You got to trade as much as possible. Every time you have a trade opportunity, give them 20 bit credits or make a trade, just do something. Here we'll take the benevolence. And we'll go ahead and pick up educated just so we can get down to this second tech, which is 10% research bonus. Alliances, finally, it's going to allow us to move our diplomats off of him onto him. Here we'll take the big approval bonus again. That's going to be really nice since my planets were starting to struggle, falling under that 100% mark. And scientist number 2. Now we're upgrading our research worlds because we have the research buildings going. We've got our innovation complex. We're upgrading our learning centers into schools, and you can see we're starting to climb in the research output. Okay, here we're going to trade for random stuff that's just going to slightly help us. Doesn't matter if we give away a bunch of stuff. We want these guys to like us, and they're not going to catch up because they don't have the skills. Same thing, we'll give away basic government techs, research, farming. Doesn't really matter. We just don't want to give away our top tier research techs ever. Alright, here's Earth on turn 73. We've got about another 20 to 30 turns left this game, and we're almost to 650 research there. We're doing pretty good. You can see I've put in a technological capital here to help boost everything up, and we've got 3 scientists supplied to Earth. I put him on Earth this time. Normally I would put him on that second precursor world we got, but it's too far of a distance. It would take too long for them to get there. So I just threw him on Earth. Here's P1. You can see we've got 2 cities, we've got our population centers around them. We're maxed out 16 of 16, and we have a market center just getting a little bit of those adjacency bonuses going. Here's row Marshall 1. And here's our big precursor world. Pretty soon these center pieces are going to get upgraded to things like Galactic mainframes and research cloisters, so that's going to be a really powerful planet here soon. I'm just putting in cities, trying to keep up with the population and the cap, and putting them in strategic spots where their bonuses are well used. Precursor cultural studies is always awesome. Giving away some gifts. Yeah, I know we're weak, but come at me, bro. Oh wait, you can't. Because I'm pragmatic. Alright, we got our focused research going now for that 5% research bonus and all of the best centers. Now we're needing to make up this research gap here. We need to get to Age of Ascension as soon as possible, now that we're ready for it. Take technical lines and eminence next, just for that extra diplomacy bonus to try to swap this last guy over to our ally. Give him a research treaty here. Next, we're gonna get ready for our cultural techs. Down cultural focus. We'll pick up our 4th diplomat, because I'm really trying to flip these last few potential allies. And we're gonna pick up research focused culture as our next tech for the, again, 10% research bonus. Okay, here's our first buyout. Now, once I have allies, I don't really worry about them being powerful. In fact, I want them to be powerful. So he gets pretty much most of my non-research techs. As you can see here, I'm just mostly left with high-end governance and research techs, or other high-tier technologies. And I just go down his list and take everything I can, minus these guys here, because the AI treats them like they're gold, and they really don't carry good value. And I take as much money as I can, some promethium if they've got it, you know, just try to get rid of as much as I can and pick up a bunch of research so I can move up to that Age of Ascension. We're going to pick up Toxic World Mastery, because we do have one toxic world to colonize here. And again, it's going to be that last thing that we need to enter into the Age of Ascension, so that works out well. Finally found our bazaar. Here comes another buyout. There's a bunch of enemies we just met, and another approval bonus for eavesdropping. Earth's starting to really become powerful now. We got our innovation center built, things have been upgraded into schools, and it's looking nice. We're at 22 of 22 for our population cap here, so everything is just going swell. Here's P1, finishing up on it, capped at 16. Royal Marcia, capped at 16, upgrading some more schools as I have Promethean available to do it. Turn 87 on Lesnitz Nibor 2, 14 of 14 population cap, and 20 of 20 population cap on Linus Prime, our main research world, which is now getting its first major research buildings. And you can look at our leaders here, still at 0% tax rate. What we're going to do is we're going to take a research leader and move him into farm here, I think. Actually, I think I took a farmer away and moved him back into research is what actually I just did here, because I have enough food now. Look at our colonies. Look at our little corner of the universe here. There's that toxic world we were oh, I guess it's radioactive. Oops. You can see Neighbor 1 starting to get built out here. This is the one that we just colonized. Selling some techs. Looks like I'm pretty low on credits. I only had 430 and I picked up another 430 here. Same thing. Right now I'm like thinking, okay, I need a North Spices and I need Promethean in order to ascend, so I need to start collecting those at every chance that I can get. So I start giving away more techs and looking for those items. Making sure all my star bases are laboratories or better. Again, very Promethean heavy. That's why I'm really needing a lot of Promethean. And we're going to start taking our first ascension technologies here with quantum understanding. Picking up a really nice trade here, 2 tiles, 2,000 bitcoins for 4 techs that we really could care less about. You can see here my star bases. These are all research star bases. They give production bonuses as well as research bonuses surrounding my research planets. That's what I do with all of my extra administrators, make research star bases. Just trading random things for random things to keep these guys happy with us. And here we have another big trade, alliance here. Just again picking up random techs, because at this point we just need to get as many techs as we can so we can hit that technology cap in order to ascend. So it's just another big buyout. 10% research, 30 benevolent. That's an awesome pickup. I love Ruthless Visions. Uh-oh. The Kryn pack rats have had enough. Our closest neighbor, who looks like they're within our range based on this starbase here. Okay, so it's go time. It's time to give everything I can to the Snathy, because I need Promethean, 50 of them, and money. I know I need both. And same thing, just I need all your Promethean, please. Even if you hate me and it's a horrible deal, I'll give you all sorts of really good stuff for it, because I'm about to ascend on you. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm out of music. Same thing, Promethean. I need your Promethean. Here we go with precursor engineering and exploitation. Another buyout, Promethean, all your random techs that I can afford. Same thing, this guy was out of technologies, so I figure what the heck, I'll take a couple of your planets. Why not? Can't hurt. Now that the Kryn have declared war on me, I'm scared that their colony transport type ships could show up on my doorstep, you know, in 2 turns and take over my 2 biggest worlds. That would obviously end the game for us if that happened. So, I'm just cashing out. Give me your star bases, whatever. It's all good. Time for some stellar immigration. We've got 1, 2, 3 more techs to research before we can ascend. This is where having extra scientists would be great, because you could knock 4 turns off of this victory if you had an extra scientist here. But I needed the diplomats this game. This game did not have easy diplomacies. More buyouts. That's all we're doing right now. Just as many buyouts as we can per turn. Here's Earth. And I believe we're getting ready to ascend. You can see our worker there. You can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 scientists. And you can see we have 121 Promethean and only 4 North Spices. So we are actually going to need 2, 4, 6, 8 North Spices to make this work, which I think I'm just now noticing. Alright, so cultural domination. We had 4 scientists, so I believe we're going to rush this and go ahead and try to ascend now that we're at 133 techs under our belt. So we go to our homeworld, give our scientists epiphanies, which cost 20 Promethean and 2 North Spice. You can see now we've got cultural affinity. Here comes precursor understanding. I noticed I needed more Norspice, so I bought some from the only available trading partner. Beyond mortality. Okay, so you can now see we've promoted into all of the ascension techs. All that's left to do now is build an ascension gate, which we'll put here, and now we can rush with our worker. But for some reason, it wouldn't let me promote. I noticed I didn't have the right resource, so I went and bought it on the market, but it still wouldn't let me promote. So our next option was to sell. You see we had 9,000 billion credits, but we needed 11,000 to finish building this after a couple turns of not figuring out why the worker wouldn't rush. So I went ahead to the market and I sold all of my extra resources minus a couple so that I could go ahead and rush the development and win the game. So that's how I have figured out a way to beat Godlike AI on this game. It's not 100%, but I would say maybe like 50% of the games you play with this strat, you'll be able to pull out a victory, but it's a big universe and there's a lot of unknowns, so it's definitely not a guaranteed route to victory every single time. And like I said, I did kind of cherry pick my map. I picked from, I spent 10-15 minutes at the start of every Godlike game just looking for a home world that looks like a decent start to the universe. Hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough. Sorry it's not an awesome Let's Play with awesome commentary, but I thought some of you might like to give this a try. It's a different approach to the game than a lot of players use, being that we built no military ships at all. And I know a lot of you will say that kind of detracts from the flavor of the game, but it's Godlike and it's tough, and if you can figure out a way to win using another strat on Godlike, I would love if you would contact me, Samurai Pro, on the Discord, or make your own walkthrough, because there's a lot of ways to approach this game, and this is surely not the only way to do it. Anyways, hope everyone enjoys exploring the universe, and have fun. Bye.